Good day. Hope you're well. Welcome back and welcome to War 11, Alliance War Season 57, the Book of the Vishanti, pushing for Masters. Am I a few weeks late? Yes, I am. But I figured I'd slack on this and we could reminisce about what War used to be before it was turned into raids. Don't worry, those videos are coming. But kicking off today, we got the Dazzler, we got the Wags, we're getting things lined up. We got a Mr. Fantastic. You know what that means. Now, initially the plan was to dazzle this Chee, but then we decided to go ahead and let me Wags it. Very safe fight, playing my own pre-fight. I'll get those charges back, no big deal. And we're just gonna basic Chee down. No throw specials. You don't want to throw specials here because she'll cleanse them, start doing damage back. But yeah, it's not a big deal. Wags his tactic. He's just gonna be doing his little burst damage when we counter her special. A little extra attack never hurt anybody. I'm just gonna beat this lady down. Pretty common placement. So while we're doing that, we can talk about Alliance War. What it was, what it is. I will have to admit that I'm not a tremendous fan of the current mode. I do think it seems like there was probably an intentional shift to this mode for this time because of saga timing. I think the change after 1 week of the current war season has definitely thrown some things in a loop. And you will see that video come out later this weekend. I will package my first 3 fights of the new war season together, and you can see how all that's going. But while I've been yapping about that, you can see that this Chee's getting chunked down. No biggie, no risk fight. Wags is bleed immune, all the things. And it makes life so easy. So easy. Let's go. Oh, I thought I cut that out. Now, of course, moving forward, we got this Sassy. He's here on the Tranquilize node. Tries to prevent you from placing debuffs. Luke still takes this fight very well because you just get your concussions up with a PS1 boost, but Dazzler doesn't care about any debuffs. In fact, Dazzler cares about very little, and all she's really going to care about in this fight is making sure we do fun Dazzler nuke things. You can see I go ahead and toss my guidance down. I pretty much have free reign to do what I want to do with my guidance. This was a chunky Sassy, so I wanted to give myself a little extra attack. You know what I mean? This is going to be fairly smooth sailing. I've done the Sassy fight now with Dazzler quite a bit, and really it's just throw a couple special ones, try to line up the timing of the big special 2 with his Wrath, and you go from there. So kick off our first special 1. Make sure we build that tempo, tap to the beat. Got to use that sweet dazzling dash, of course. Unblockable, so I don't have to worry about getting parried. I'm gonna miss some of this tactic. I know it's in the the Battleground season now, so that's pretty fun, but this Battleground season is also not so great. You can see there, I go ahead and try to block his special 1, which was not a smart move. Turns out that's an issue. But with the boosts and all the things, it's not a big deal. And we're just gonna razzle dazzle on down. Unfortunately, bad crit RNG, so we didn't get the kill there, but I mean, he's at 8% and is effectively dead, so we'll dazzle our way through the rest of this and move on into the big fight of the war, the one I'm always worried about, the one that's always a sketchy meatball. Let's head on over to the Serpent on 25. Yes, recalling all the joys of last season. I died a couple wars ago, died to the Serpent on 9. Since then, we've picked it back up. And now, of course, thankfully my officers still trust me, still give me the tough fights. And so here we go. Getting our Mr. Fantastics on, getting our Wags on. Everything's looking good. At this level of war, it's always a rank 4 Sig 200, so that's what we're doing here. We've got all our pre-fights on. I always back out and go back in. That's a video for a later date, though. Now I'm just thinking, stressing, I'm sweating. My fingers are sweating. We're trying to get to Masters. We really need to win one of these last 2 to finish in Masters. And so it would be nice to go into the last war of the season and not have anything to worry about. We've been on a slide, and I don't want to be a part of that slide. I've already been a part enough of that slide with the deaths to Serpent. Will we do it again? I hope not. I want to finish the season clean. get that power boost on because he's going to start unblockable because of the debuffs we've put on him. And sometimes you need to use that power start 1 to refresh those debuffs. Now I'm just going to try not to do that while still maintaining spacing. Always want to maintain spacing in a Serpent fight, but in war anyways, it's generally good practice. So I'm backing off, boom, ready to hit that parry, we get it. Good thing I had a Wags on, or that would have, I would not have been able to heavy counter that. I was slacking in that moment. But now we're set up. We're in a good spot. We've got our Mr. Fantastics up. We just want to counter his special ones. I don't want to beat him down. The fear does not shut down my unblockable because it can't be influenced by ability accuracy. So we just want to do damage back. We want to bait special ones. We want to keep him on his side of the map. We want to counter him. And we want to nuke this guy down. See, it's going pretty nicely. We're at max tempo. And so we're just building our way to the special 2. Just going to take him down most of the way. I'm not sure. Oh, I was refreshing the Mr. Fantastics. I'm not sure why I was doing that. Got to keep those things up. Toss this off with the energy vulnerability up. Terrible crit RNG, but you get that nice guaranteed crit at the end. And we're chipping away. We're in a good spot. We just need to be smart, be safe, don't do anything stupid, and we should be okay. But you know how it goes. I mean, you saw my war fight versus Serpent with Luke Cage. I did dumb things. I don't want to do any more dumb things because I already died this season. I won't let it go. I'll never forget it. But we learn from our mistakes. Go ahead and toss off this special 1. That way we can just keep him moving. Keep my Mr. Fantastics up. And there he goes. Easy squeezy. Big shout out to currently retired, hope to return soon, GOAT Liam, for showing us the way on that one. I know Barrow also did it, but I've been watching the Liam videos, showing me how to do it the right way. Easy squeezy fight. Razzle dazzle, baby. We continue on. Now we're going to dazzle this spot. I go ahead and give myself a little extra beef on this one, because this is the last fight in which that Wags is going to matter. There is one fight after this one. It's going to shock you. You'll be very shocked about my final fight of the season as we take on, hopefully, Jesus here. I don't want to be warring against Jesus. There is no point to do that. But the goal here, we still have our PS1, is basically just to get in, get out. We obviously don't want to give him any of his portal charges. Thankfully, we're getting good RNG on that right now. He's not getting any as we're doing this. And now I'm just going to bait special ones. And I'm going to try to counter it to keep him shut down. That way he can't gain them. And you can see it works beautifully at the beginning. Now we're working our way. We're just about there. He goes ahead and throws it for me, makes my life easy. I don't have to worry about him doing any crazy portal stuff and, you know, razzle dazzle, baby. Easy squeezy, the queen of sub 40-second war fights. She does it again. And now for my last fight of the war. Now, I don't remember if we were still at risk of winning here. I don't think that we were. It might have been. It was tight. It was a tight war. But, you know, I'm trying to be clean. I want to make sure that things go smooth. And this Photon has been a menace for a lot of people. But for Dazzler, no problem. We go ahead and lock in, put that invul on. You know, it can never be too safe. We got the big boosts on, and we're just gonna dazzle this Photon. We do the same thing we've done. We want to get her above a bar of power, bait that special, punish that special, use our unblockable, try to work on our Bane transfers, make sure nothing crazy goes on. And it's pretty much down to a science at this point in time. As long as I don't screw up, it's not a big deal. See, she delays a little bit, but thankfully only cost me 1 tick on Bane. Not a big deal. Use my unblockable, get my free openings. It's definitely going to be a little bit more difficult to take this fight without those. See, I throw my special 1 just to maintain the Bane transfer. And of course, the most beautiful part of Dazzler's kit, I don't have to worry about dexing any of this in pure light because Dazzler does not use dex. She uses dodge. You see the block damage is adding up though. It's been a little bit of a pain. Now we just need her to cooperate. Of course she's not, so we go ahead and try to keep our Bane transfer up again. She is just not wanting fun to throw. You know how it goes with the AI these days. They don't want to throw specials until you're dashing in, at which point they want to intercept you and smack you in the face. But while we're not winning the health battle at the moment, we're in a fine spot. Thankfully, she throws that special right off the bat. Allows me to just flat counter. Holds her block. Again, playing ball. I'm trying to get my special 2 off. I want to do it with the energy vulnerability up. Of course, I wait till just after it's gone and throw it. Not a tremendous deal with this node set because all my damage is capped anyway. But as a Dazzler player, you absolutely want to throw your special 2 with that energy vulnerability up. It makes a big difference in your damage on the other side. But you can see we're taking over the health battle now. Nice little relic intercept. Make sure we get the Bane transfer down. And now we're pretty much in control of this fight. Now we just need her to cooperate, not do anything dumb. Make sure we get out of this with a victory. I don't think I've died to this fight yet. I'm not trying to start now. And that is why we invul. It's the first time I've done it. I knew it was a risk. You can't use the dazzling dash into her block or it'll reflect the stun. But thankfully, she only punishes me with those 3 hits. Doesn't go further. I only take the red damage from the whatever thing she's got going on for her overload. And it doesn't kill us. And so now we're just going to go ahead and go for the kill. And thankfully, we get it done. We get it done. Continuing the bounce back from the Serpent death. We take a Serpent again, but unfortunately, MIBR takes us down. It was a close one. I believe we did wind up losing by 1, if I'm not mistaken. But it wasn't quite that close. I think they died a few times down the stretch. We had a little bit of a head start on them. So shout out to them. Big shout out to the MVPs. We got Coop, Grass, and Anthem. GG's, gentlemen. 1 war left for the Masters chase. Can we make it? I guess you'll have to tune in and find out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for dealing with my slackage. I wish you all the best, and until next time, peace.